this year.
Well, I don't know if this is how he wants to play as a defense.
A cutting first rebound. She missed the second meeting because of injury against Connecticut. But in that first...
Got the ball up, she initiated the offense. That's what Chicago has been missing in her all those offense rebound putbacks. So if that's how the officials are going to let them play, I would say that behooves
officials very well versed within this series rivalry here this year. Certainly not the number of wins either franchise would like this year. And Mabry opened... Angel gets that post touch against Morrow, her former LSU team.
Down this season, but Rachel Banham went over the top of that screen. Post player
points, 15 rebounds. The 15 rebounds tying a career high, and she gets out of it. Catch and shoot opportunity for Atkins. Layla Lacan, the talented. She only needed one bucket coming into today for 1,000 career baskets. She's got, and it's the first foul on Bria Hartley.
Kayla is always going to be at her best. Since the day she stepped into this league, her explosiveness and get into the paint.
Wow, and she had 2 misses at the free throw. Atkins to Onyenwere. Push, Tina Charles challenging, drops it off to Cardoso. She has all 4.
He's an example of that.
And that is Morrow challenging this guy.
Run the floor so hard like this, then it gives you a little bit of
And Anissa Morrow's first couple years of her college career, she started at DePaul, then transferred and finished off.
All of NCAA to lead college in rebounding twice.
Reset, Cardoso has 1 3-pointer to her career, launches it.
Is expiring. We saw it when she was at South Carolina against Tennessee for the game.
Finds herself right by the rim for the right lay-in. Hartley, the first player not named Marina Mabry to Chicago. Sevgi Uzun recently signed by Chicago. So turning and finishing up and over Tina Charles. She's got all 6 points here for the Sky. Tina Charles, that's soft. Anissa Morrow. Beck Allen, look at the numbers surrounding Angel Reese.
Was matched up against Angel Reese on the low block, and that's not a matchup.
Like 9 of 10, but Tyler Marsh had said in the pregame today, he's hoping
out to the Chicago Sky and medical team because she came back and
Marsh said that there has to be more of a sense of urgency on both sides of the ball. Offensively,
Beck Allen pulls the trigger,
and that was just a contest gone bad. It's a hard closeout.
These 2 teams have met twice. The series is split. Chicago free throw line. They're a team that
impressed with the rookie Rivers of everything.
Certainly a good pickup here for the Sky. Uzun though challenge.
This afternoon, all of Chicago's perimeter defenders have been caught.
And a foul against Tina Charles. This one will send Chicago to the free throw line, put them in the bonus. 2 seconds on the shot clock, 1 second on the shot clock. Uzun couldn't get it off.
And the style of play, that's a perfect example of it. There's been 2 shot defense.
2 of the 3 turnovers defending Tina Charles for the first time today. Charles off the 1 foot. Now 4 turnovers for the Sky. Rivers sizes it up afternoon.
Connecticut scores about 16 points a game.
They shoot below 30% as a team. So now you're
terrific combination of size, length, athleticism, and timing. So that great timing for assists.
Got 6 players for Connecticut on the floor, so it's a technical foul coming out of that timeout.
Yeah, absolutely. And usually there's an assistant on staff. Drive you crazy. That's the right person for Chicago to get them going at the free throw.
The last couple of games, actually played the fewest minutes in the last couple of games since she's been a pass deflected, 7 seconds to work with. Banham driving, looks it off. Elizabeth Williams. Mabry thinks about it, pulls the trigger. Coming over weak side, Aaliyah Edwards nearly had a pick-off. Jill gets her first rest of the day. In the final 9. Here's Rivers. pump fake, long two on the way, in and out. Against Cardoso, in and out.
That length of
Camila Cardoso picks up her first personal. That's a long two for Maypri. Torre picks the pocket and takes it the distance. Well, Connecticut is frustrating the Sky. Kia Nurse, three-pointer here for the Sky, allow Rachel Banham to play more off guard. Camila Cardoso, aggressive.
offense, get the ball to the big girl and let her go to work.
Edwards, tough pass to try to last couple of games. Rachel Banham make it 74 three-pointers on this. Allie Quigley for the fourth most was 73. Something.
Anything's possible, Lisa.
Yes. College head coach in attendance. Banham pump fake, driving, gives it up to Cardoso.
Cardoso in the paint.
River.
He's not impressed yet. I just looked over at him and he hasn't even cracked a smile. So
Is it name? The physicality of this series leading into today.
And I can't say that I blame him as a former technicals, flagrants, ejections. So based on that alone, Lisa.
Of your screen after this play, he's sitting down right now, but it looks like Tanisha Wright will be the one in charge here for the.
Tyler Marsh has three former head coaches, if you count his father. Had my back, now I will have your back and the backs of my teammates.
Down inside 8 minutes with the ejection of Tyler Marsh and Bria Hartley. Direction this game goes. So far, this is the largest lead of the game and
has been the absolute best offense for Chicago. So I would continue to Tyler Marsh and the ejection. We called it from the Chicago, but then you also saw a lot of physicality on the perimeter as well.
His team, in particular in the first two games against Connecticut. Look, Connecticut forces the turnover. It's the 7th turnover here for the Sky. Not there.
6 or more steals.
And we have yet to see an 18-point advantage against the Sun. There's been no ties and no lead changes. Charles up again, acting head coach here today for Tyler Marsh to review it. Doesn't look like Chicago.
The basket because she's trying to score over that 6'7" length, but there was no foul.
And to find her shot, here's Rachel Banham. They're giving Charles some touches. She turns and faces against Cardoso, sizes it up, nothing.
Having the highest usage rate and assist rate of her career with Chicago.
A perfect 4 for 4. And we got a defensive 3-second call. Coach for the Atlanta Dream for 3 seasons. Of course, also an assistant with Vegas. And
staff that he's assembled. Lisa, he has 3 former head coaches on his staff.
Tina Charles got Cardoso up. And somehow this guy got to figure out how to lock of that. Is this Connecticut defense? Reese kicks it out.
And it allows her to play off the ball and look for her threes.
And Mason, body bucket and one, and a little friendly Tiger.
And Angel Reese knows that. In fact, the entire Chicago. You don't expect a team to shoot like that at home.
Screen by Cardoso. Cardoso, tip pass, Angel.
To adjust to that.
Charles twice gets fouled on that for the first time with Atlanta, and they spent a good deal of time after the game had ended.
So much for respect for Tina Charles for taking that time to ice to the younger players.
Well, she's been really 9 of 9 from the charity stripe. Cardoso, Reese.
Nisha Morrill trying to take Angel Reese off.
Banham penetrating against Mercury. Rivers directing traffic, backdoor cut to Mabry.
Offensive ranking in the entire WNBA. You never know it, by the way.
Angel spoke so highly of her relationship with former LSU teammate Anissa Morrow, who often come to games to support her when no one else is here.
Each other back in June. Anissa Morrow did not even play in that game, and a lot of fun to watch.
And you bring in Torre as a rookie, an older rookie.
I remember Lacan was actually drafted by Connecticut last year.
Yeah. The hands of Charles instead. Here goes Lacan, who takes it all the way. There's some speed and some sixth against Vegas. Uzun, Cardoso, a long two. Shoulder shake on Wnba. To Nurse, catch and shoot. Fires in. About a 4-second differential. Game and shot clock. And Rivers splits the difference. Hartley catch for Angel, kicks it out. Michaela Onyenwere for three, drains it. Outscored Connecticut in the second quarter. Air ball by Mabry, so post to post pass, Cardoso, Reese. Charles has 12.
I won't say old legs, but those older legs can still move.
6 years old. 5 to shoot. Atkins draws the contact.
You don't have to run a ball screen or a set for her. She's just able to create on.
And coach in franchise history mentioned that he's been the Belgium national.
Has an international flavor to it.
Charles Miss gets a
con, but let's not forget Bria Hartley also has dual French citizenship. She helped. They'd be willing to share? Babies are sharing snacks.
It's always tough to train. And Onyenwere trying to fight.
Over squeeze between Marina and
pull away from Cardoso. And a 3-second violation.
It's an area where Camila Cardoso has really improved as a defender. She's much more.
Banham, Cardoso on the roll, tough angle. Looks it off to Mabry. That's Hartley with the assist.
If you run her off the line, she's very savvy, great at back cuts. In our open, we talked about Chicago's struggles with their injury.
The roster has had quite the turnover from last.
To take aggressive defenders off the bounce. Last year, she got a.
Cardoso splits the pair there. Angel Reese gets blocked from behind. All against Angel Reese trying to set the screen.
Illegal screens that they've been moving all night. So he finally got the call that he's been after.
Mabry from the wing, in and out. A foul on the offensive rebound.
Even when Beck Allen is not scoring tonight.
Cardoso again attacking. Cardoso off the fingertips of a cutting. Five turnovers for Connecticut.
And Lacan wanted this, and if you're a guard...
And they're both hitting their heads, or holding their heads after that exchange. Angel.
But sometimes that contact is inadvertent, but the
Charles from mid-range. Needle to Cardoso. Mabry breaks it up. Hartley to Charles. Becca Allen fouled again on the...
Becca Allen, a player who hasn't necessarily been lighting it up from behind, and then almost dare her to knock down the shot.
Ice on that eye. This is definitely a series defined
for a little bit. And she's healthy now. She's had 5
or 6 from the field. She's hit both of her three-point attempts. I mentioned the 15 with double figures, 10 points off the bench in the first half. Mabry for... Mabry for 3. Uzun to Angel. Driving penetrates. 9 rebounds for Angel Reese today.
I like the decision by...
It's been an evenly played third quarter, as well as an Back Allen, back to Angel. The pass away. As Angel, if she wants her.
You can say whatever you want about this Chicago squad team. Offense, which is leading to better defense. This is a great job.
Here comes Rivers. Bounce pass, Hart.
Chicago's right now has been sparked by the veterans on this squad.
More than the 1.9.
It's a guy that is pretty even-keeled.
They were trailing at the time, but they have been shooting better and playing better since that age. Here today, hired as an assistant in January. She was the head coach. Connecticut looking to try to protect the 13-point advantage, but Kia Nurse. Connecticut now will take it out from the sideline after the foul on Uzun. Shifting. Sky take it away. 8 turnovers.
It's a great defense on the other end by Uzun to squeeze over and
knows where Cardoso is. Cardoso follows her own
on that pick and roll game, but that's a great job of Camila with the second chance.
And Edwards chases it down. Hartley.
Her offense rebound and putting it back in. She's second in the league behind Asia Wilson.
As I say that, Hartley missed.
You absolutely cannot do. You can't give up offensive rebounds. You can't have...
Uzun, hesitation, dribble, gets blocked by Edwards. Elizabeth Williams is Hartley on the Charles screen. Backdoor to Mabry, not there.
Everything that was...
Kia Nurse trying the foul.
Chicago's done a much better job of tightening up the paint.
Resonated with me at halftime, and you said if Chicago can't come back with 7 seconds on the shot clock, Charles bodying up against Al.
And us to play physical in the first half. You cannot switch that up in the...
Coach for Tyler Marsh ejected with 8:05 left in the second quarter. By as many as 21 points. Nurse has been everything.
Former All-Star, she's a 3-time Olympian, and she's been a great...
This is when they need us to bail them out. Don't bail them out. Don't
watch many of the games here at home from the court. Oh, wow. Tina Sefki Uzun with the response. Morrow, double team coming, too strong off. Collided with Angel Reese, and her right eye was to 19 minutes, 4 assists. Off the points for Hartley on 7 of 8 shooting. Uzun, post touch, Angel Reese.
It's that skyscraper connection. Those two play with each other so well.
Mabry, Morrow for the 3-pointer, rattles in.
Efficient at 3-point shooting.
Hartley picks up another. That's foul.
Only 13 teams in the league. I think the records of both of these teams are a little misleading.
For the playoffs, but they're playing like their lives are on the line, and Kia Nurse. Over to Charles, pump fake. Did she get it off in time?
Scrambling that entire possession. It was just so loud in here that you couldn't hear.
Loses it, 2 seconds on the shot clock. Atkins, a prayer. Mabry too strong. Some light make. Camila Cardoso spins, looks for Angel. Take a break. We're going to take one here from Wintrust. Seattle a couple of days ago. Our production truck, Timely calling her but a push from behind. And Connecticut's in the boat. 18 as a team from the free throw line. Nurse comes back to get it, pulls the trigger, wipes away the points. Shot all day. Still 1:45 left to play. It'll stay here. 8 seconds to work with.
Full of professionals who are going to give their all. Coaching staffs, they have their players playing so hard.
Now Connecticut salting away some of the time. Mabry with, well, still above 60 seconds left. Make a comeback in the second half. That's one of the areas they're going to have to point at.
At about 77% from the line.
Uzun in a corner. It's deflected.
Played that perfectly.
About 5 seconds was used the game clock. A cutting Cardoso with a foul. That's a gift.
And then a foul.
There's several 80% free throws. 60 seconds now, allowing Rivers to penetrate and find Charles for 2.
Played out the possession.
Kia Nurse catch and shoot. Some calls that weren't being called. Physicality. Neil Atkins, and she kind of gingerly walks off to the end of the bench. A turnover for the Sky, and they foul quickly.
Ball was a little overthrown, but if that was designed for...
From the out of bounds, Cardoso back to Uzun for 3, 21 today. But the Sun have led from start to